All right, welcome to Pronunciation 1 course, and I'm Han, your lecturer. So now I'm gonna give you a short introduction of this course. In general, we have 20% for regular test, 20% for midterm test, and 60% for the final one. And about the course book, the material, we're gonna work on the focus on pronunciation 1. As you can see, the cover of the book on the screen, and I posted the file of this material on the platform already. We're gonna have 3 main parts during this course. Part 1, we're gonna learn about vowels in English. And then for part 2, we move to examine what the consonants are. Then, in part 3, we get to know about stress, rhythm, and intonation. Let's take a look at 44 basic phonemes. There are 20 vowel sounds and 24 consonant sounds in English. We're gonna talk about these sounds later on. To help you check the pronunciation of English words and successfully pass this course, I highly recommend you these 2 dictionaries, which are the Cambridge Dictionary and Oxford Dictionary. As you may know, there are 3 levels of English pronunciation. Level number 1, people don't understand what you want to say. You use the wrong sounds in English. Level number 2, people understand what you want to say, but it's unpleasant to listen to you. Level number 3, people understand you, and your English is pleasant to listen to. Okay, I have one simple question for you to think. What do you think is the most difficult word to pronounce in English? You can pause the video and think real quick. What do you think is the most difficult word to pronounce in the English language? Okay, I've listed these 4 difficult words for you to practice pronunciation. The first one, the longest one among the 4, right? To pronounce it correctly, you should break it into smaller syllables like anti, debts, establishment, Terranism. And then say it slowly at first. Anti-disestablishment Terranism. Anti-disestablishment Terranism. All right? For the second one, you should focus on the word, on the root. Auto, laryngologist, largest. And then we add the rhino in the middle. Otorhinolaryngologist. All right. The third one. Pay attention to this word. It sounds like key, not chair. See? It sounds like key. So then we have synecdoche. Synecdoche. All right. Here's a IPA for this word. The last one. We stress on the second syllable, which is unique. Unique. Unique, right? The second word, the second syllable.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Otorhinolaryngologist.
Synecdoche.
Unique.
Okay, one more question. In your opinion, why is English sometimes so hard to pronounce? Also, you can pause the video to think. Why is English sometimes so hard to pronounce? Here are some suggested reasons for you. Reason number 1. A non-English speaker is not aware that a specific sound exists in English. They use the closest sound from their native language instead. For example, in Vietnamese, students are unaware of the sound t in the word time. As a result, when saying this word, they substitute a similar sound which exists in their native language, such as time or time, right? It should be time. Reason number 2. A non-English speaker substitutes the wrong sound is that he or she may simply find it too difficult to pronounce the correct sound. For example, many students are aware of the sound as in think or that. However, the articulation of the sound is too difficult or feels unnatural, right? The result is that is pronounced like her in Vietnamese, such as the instead of the. Sorry, the. They instead of they. They instead of there. For the last reason, I think is as a non-native speaker puts the stress on the wrong places of word. For example, instead of putting the stress on the first syllable of the noun content, people usually, especially Vietnamese people, Vietnamese speaker, often put the stress on the second one, which is a verb, not a noun, content. And content is difficult. It's different. In English, to make sounds natural, to make sound naturally, native speakers use a connected speech, sound change, ending sounds, and silent letters. For example, let's take a look. Instead of saying, you are a teacher, we should say, you're a teacher, right? You're a teacher. Or, we usually change the t sound into the sound, as in water and water, city and city. Here we are. And some words may lead to confusion when pronouncing as in why, white, wine, and wire. And be careful with some silent letter, as in island, the silent S, answer with the silent W. Listen with the silent T, and wire with silent R. Also, there are some differences between British English and American English. Okay, let's move on to the list of vowels and consonants in English. For vowels, what are they? Vowels are categorized as front, middle, or back, depending on which part of the tongue is used. Vowels can be also categorized as high or low. In high vowels, the tongue is pushed up high near a roof of the mouth. And in low vowels, the tongue is flat down at the bottom of the mouth. Moreover, we also have another type of vowels, which are diphthong vowels. What are they? Diphthongs consist of two different vowel sounds that are closely joined together and treated as one vowel. For example, e, ear, a, day, air, pair, I, 5, right? We are gonna learn more about these vowels in the next chapters. This picture shows us how to position your lips, your mouth, your tongue, and your jaw when pronouncing English words. All right, we move to consonants. What are they? They are produced when the air stream is obstructed in the vocal tract. Consonant sounds can be characterized according to three main phonetic properties. Remember these properties: place of articulation, manner of articulation, and voicing. These these are 8 pairs of sound, which are divided into voiced and voicelet sound. For voicelets, we have and about the voiced. That means you make the sound b, d, g, v, the, s, j, and j. Okay. There are also 8 pairs of positions to make these consonant sounds. With the lips, your lips only, with the combination between your lips and your teeth, for example. Another thing we need to pay attention to is the word stress. Word stress in English is so important than ever. For example, compare these two sentences with the can and can't, which is cannot, right? So how to pronounce this word? I can swim. I can swim. And for the negative one, we have I can't. I can't swim with the t sound at the end. Here's this one more example. 7-Eleven is a convenience store, right? It's popular. 7-Eleven. And look at these words. These ones. What pattern do you notice? Where are we gonna put the stress on? Just you can pause the video and check the dictionary, check the Cambridge Dictionary or Oxford Dictionary if you need to find the word stress. For these words, we put the stress on the second last syllable with the shin, right? Reduction, suggestion, politician, registration, participation, examination, identification, electrification. Okay? For the suffixes, we do not hold the stress for this suffix. For example, argument, establishment, regiment, achievement, right? We do not put the stress on ment. Okay, below is a poem that you can practice at home. You can check the dictionary when you feel unsure about some specific words. And that's the end of this chapter, the introduction. See you on next chapter, which is chapter 2. Thank you.